climbing that ladder. She's now over 1,100 points in the career, closing in on 8th all-time. I don't know if she's going to get to number 1. That's kind of a steep mountain to climb.
Yes, it is.
But she arguably can get within the top 5.
Yes, she can. And she's going to have the opportunity to. She stays healthy. She tweaked the ankle the other night, so hopefully she can stay healthy. She can score the ball. You know, she can get you the basket. And the thing about it, she can score in so many ways. You can shoot your three, the short game, get you. So she's going to have the opportunity to put the ball in the whole lot.
Okay, so our multiple games together, I'm going to take something off of our table from you.
Okay.
Here in our conversation for keys to victory. Other than taking care of the basketball, what do you have to do well to get the wins to move to 2-1 in the MEAC?
Score the ball. You know, we have games, and we did it the other night. We go 3 or 4 minutes, 5 minutes without scoring the basketball. We have to score, try to score on every possession. You know, and give ourselves a second and third opportunity because we got to crash the boards and get some offensive rebounds as well. I just think if we could score the basketball and play some good defense for 40 minutes, we should have an opportunity to win the basketball game.
Is that one of those situations where if the jump shots and the threes aren't dropping, where Jen can take it off the bounce and maybe get to the free throw line with an and 1?
Exactly. You know, and not just Jen, any of the other kids as well. You know, they have the opportunity to score the ball. I tell you, you can take your person, get to the basket. You might not score, but you might get fouled. You know, you get fouled and you see the ball going in the basket, and it helps everybody once they see it go in.
Certainly appreciate the time as always. Good luck, and we'll talk to you at halftime and in the postgame.
Yes, thank you.
There it is, head coach Dwayne Burrows. Always appreciate his visit before each and every contest here at Coppin State. As I mentioned, my partner Dan Mason will be along for the play-by-play call. He can tell you. I'm here to tell you. Baltimore, D.C. Metro, forget it. If you think 695 and 95 are bad on normal days, get a little wintry mix thrown in the middle there as well, and you can forget it.
Well, I must say, it took me 3 hours to get here from Washington, D.C. However, I can't blame it all on the roads. It's just, you know, businesses are letting out early today. Schools are out early, and it's everybody trying to go someplace at one time. Pretty much that's the story.
So you take 6 lanes, you shove them into 5, down to 3, down to 2, and then into on-ramps and off-ramps.
Yeah, it's something like that. And you got to give the snow trucks a little room, too.
Well, speaking of room, we've got room for a timeout. Other side of that timeout, we'll relive the sounds of victory against Savannah State here on the Coppin State Sports Network.
Half of all football teams lose every Sunday, which means 50% of fans lose too. But Buffalo Wild Wings offers them a chance at redemption. Just swivel that losing face 12 degrees, and there's more football with a fresh 50% chance of winning. Now it's your turn to laugh at someone else's losing face. Unless it's you again. Then just try another 12 degrees. Tons of football on tons of TVs. We do it for you. Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
Into Vance. Vance now to Allen. On the left, long shot out of the corner is good by Scott. 3-point shot by Scott. And immediately the Tigers have it, and they're on the run. Allen has it. She's got 2 defenders on her. Puts it up and in anyway. Had 2 defenders on her, driving the left-hand side of the paint and just put it right through. She's going to drive around, can't find anything. Now she's going to try to split 2 Coppin State defenders. Kicks it back out to Genesis Lucas and nails it. She nailed it. Right through the net. Oh, good. Great pass underneath. Beverly took it in, and she's going to get the and 1. Brooms with a nice assist that time. Looking right to Brooms. Beverly in the middle. Great fake underneath. Puts it up and in. That was speed on speed right there. Candace Beverly took off 2 Tiger defenders and laid it right in. Here's Allen going to drive the center of the paint. Underneath all alone is Gray. I believe they got a little confused defensively there. Yalea Gray scores. Here's Albert up off the glass. No good. Follow up by Beverly. Beverly gets it back out to Chance Graham. This one gets in there. Bounces in there. Last time. 22-15 now. 7:02 left. Reset the team, and Genesis does. Lucas out front. Lucas out front to Beverly. To Graham. Graham nails it. Nice shot, Chance. Via Cruz now will try to drive the center of the paint. Puts it up and good. That's the second time today.
And Allen may well have picked up her third. Oh, she gets bailed out. They had sent it to Johnson on the blow-by.
Smith looks inside, can't find anyone, gets it to Beverly, swings quickly to Lucas, and she'll fire a 3. Good. Genesis Lucas having a great day today, Todd. Back to that left corner, inside to Beverly. Beverly almost took steps, gets it to Graham. Graham fires away and hits. Good shot, chance. Bounce pass into Smith. Smith to the middle to Beverly. She'll shoot. Got it. Bingo, bango. She puts that right in there. And coming down with the rebound is Graham. Graham out quickly to Lucas. On the run to Beverly. Up there. Layup is beautiful. Beautiful layup from the right-hand side. Coppin State hanging on to that 13-point lead. Here's Beverly Good. Got a 12-footer. She was left alone, and she nailed it. Crooms working the left corner. Smith working the right corner. Out front, Graham has it. She's going to go underneath the basket, laid it in. Got a nice roll. Beautiful shot by Chance Graham. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. That will do it. What a game. Coppin State wins 66-57 over Savannah State.
Look at that mouth. That poor, parched mouth. So dry. What'd you eat for lunch? Chalk dust? Did your face storm a sandcastle? Did your mouth cannonball into a barrel of mothballs? You're being awfully quiet. Is that because your mouth feels like the business end of a Dremel saw? Is it because your mouth just wrote a haiku and all 17 syllables were dry heaves? Do you even listen to your mouth? Because right now your mouth thinks its biological parents are a half sheet of 80 grit sandpaper and a box of fish food. You're so parched. You know it. I know it. The entire radio knows it. Just admit it. You want a Mountain Dew. Your mouth feels like it just inhaled the insides of a punching bag, and the only remedy is that neon green potion. Right now, your mouth could be tongue-bathing in the refreshing citrus kick of Mountain Dew. Instead, it feels like you've been motorboating King Tut's sarcophagus. Oh, is that your parched mouth crying for help, or a porcupine making whoopee with a cardboard box? Wrong. It's your mouth. Show some mercy. Crack open an ice-cold Mountain Dew. You know your mouth wants you to. Do the dew.
Coppin State University means something different to everyone. Jason is a recent high school grad, attending Coppin full-time, getting his 4-year degree, preparing for a lucrative career. Kimberly took time off to start a family and now attends Coppin part-time and enjoys the affordability and supportive environment. Kazim wants to change careers and finds that Coppin provides the flexibility he needs to keep working while getting that second degree. Coppin State University, something different to everyone, something special for you.
Town Place Suites caters to moderate-tier extended stay guests who find comfort in being self-sufficient and doing things their way. To sustain your life's rhythm, Town Place Suites provides a place to unpack, settle in, and connect to the local area. With a casual residential atmosphere and productive home office and full kitchen in every suite, Town Place Suites is all about real living. Whether you're visiting for 1 week or 1 month, you'll feel right at home at Town Place Suites.
So as we bring you back inside the physical education complex here at Coppin State, Todd Bradley joined by Dan Mason as Coppin State gets set to take on Florida A&M. And if you're in the Baltimore, D.C. metro listening in on AM 1570 WNST, take it easy on the roads. Slow and steady wins the race home.
Like how about 0 to 10 miles an hour? But you're going to have a lot of company out there because the roads are jammed. So much traffic. I mean, it may be a case where, and I came in a while ago, it was still 35 degrees, so it's not going to freeze at 35. But you can know it's going to be a little warmer in this building tonight, Todd.
Well, I heard a story last night on the TV news where it was going to melt at 35, and I'm going, wait a minute. Even back in the day, I knew that you don't melt at 35. Well, it's just a little bit above freezing.
Well, we got 3:08 before we start. Give me your thoughts on the game tonight. Let's trade keys.
Well, for the Rattlers coming in at 3-12, they're coming off a 61-56 loss at Morgan State. I would give Coach LaDon Gibson Dwayne Burrows' number one key. They got to take care of the basketball.
Well, LaDon Gibson, despite an overall losing record in a career, is 81-64 in MEAC play. So, and they played a really great game against Howard, beating them 74-59 to pick up their first win. And it's going to be a tough game, but we're going to slug it out.
I asked Coach Burrows, and you heard it a moment ago, they lost that game 61-56 to Morgan. So they're playing the pace of play that Coppin wants to play as well, keeping it in the mid to low 60s.
I think there are 3 points that I would bring up today. One is drive the paint again. Use your free throw advantage percentage to your advantage. And I think that we saw a lot of good posting up by Candace Beverly on the high post. When she gets the ball on the high post, the options all open up. She can go left, she can go right, she can take it down the middle herself. But that's the place to start. Get the ball into Beverly, and then the offense begins to roll. Now, the second thing, on defense, they have the Rattlers have one terrific scorer, and that's their leading scorer at 15 points a game. And her name is let's see, it's Florence Ortara. So we have to play physical defense on her tonight, possibly double team. Because the rest of although Bernie Robinson is a terrific scorer too, and a leading rebounder for the team at 8 rebounds each game, she has 10-point average.
Now, Dan, what's interesting is the starting lineup that they've put on the board and provided to us does not have Bernie Robinson in there. So it's going to be curious to see if she comes in to respond to Graham, Taylor, and Beverly across that front line.
They replaced her in the lineup with a sophomore, Damani Boyle. She's a 6'1 sophomore. She's in that forward position.
So that'll do it for the Countdown to Tip-Off show between Coppin State and Florida A&M. When we come back, we'll get your starting lineups, get you set for the opening tip, which Dan Mason will bring you next on the Coppin State Sports Network.
We thank you for listening to the Countdown to Tip-Off show, brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. Stay tuned, the opening tip-off comes your way next after this timeout on your home for Eagles basketball. Sports Talk, WNSP 1570 Townsend, and online, FoxSportsWilliamsport.com, Stream 6.
Half of all football teams lose every Sunday, which means 50% of fans lose too. But Buffalo Wild Wings offers them a chance at redemption. Just swivel that losing face 12 degrees, and there's more football with a fresh 50% chance of winning. Now it's your turn to laugh at someone else's losing face. Unless it's you again. Then just try another 12 degrees. Tons of football and tons of TVs. We do it for you. Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
160,000 kids stay home from school every day for the same reason, bullying. This is Mike Crossie, president of the Pennsylvania State Education Association. Bullying impacts nearly 1/3 of all students every year. But parents, educators, and concerned adults can make a difference. It takes just one caring adult to intervene and help stop the bullying. Victims need an adult that will listen, will stand up for them, and most importantly, show them they are not alone. Bullying and cyberbullying have far-reaching effects, from a decline in academic performance to physical illness, depression, or worse. Help us create a safe, bully-free learning environment for all students in Pennsylvania. One caring adult can make all the difference. Take the pledge to be that adult at NEA.org/bully-free.
A message from the Pennsylvania State Education Association. Coppin State University means something different to everyone. Jason is a recent high school grad, attending Coppin full-time, getting his 4-year degree, preparing for a lucrative career. Kimberly took time off to start a family and now attends Coppin part-time and enjoys the affordability and supportive environment. Kazim wants to change careers and finds that Coppin provides the flexibility he needs to keep working while getting that second degree. Coppin State University, something different to everyone, something special for you.
Welcome to today's coverage of Coppin State University Eagles women's basketball on the home of the Eagles. Sports Talk, WNSP 1570 Townsend, and online, FoxSportsWilliamsport.com, Stream 6. Now, let's take you courtside and rejoin the voice of the Eagles, Todd Bartley, for all of today's play-by-play action.
Back courtside of the PEC here on the campus of Coppin State University. Todd Bartley rejoined by Dan Mason. Let's bring you the Rattlers of Florida A&M. Their starting lineup, 3-12 in the year, 1-1 in the MEAC. Under 10th-year mentor, Lydon Gibson. Most recently, a loss at Morgan State, 61-56. Next up, Bethune-Cookman on Saturday, the 13th of January at 2, followed by Delaware State on Monday the 15th at 5:30. It's going to be Dawn King, 5'7" senior out of Dallas, Texas, as a guard. She'll be flanked by Imani Royal. His senior, Yerdeker, will be the third guard. And then it's Florence Ortara at 5'10", a redshirt junior out of the Ivory Coast. And then Shakira Morrison, 6' senior out of Zebulon, North Carolina, also in the starting lineup for Florida A&M. For Coppin State, 2-12 on the year, 1-1 in the MEAC, and it's going to be the same lineup as Saturday. Lead guard is 5'7", redshirt senior out of Brandywine, Maryland, Genesis Lucas, flanked by Mariah Smith, a 5'5 freshman out of Owings Mills, Maryland. The 3 will be 5'11 sophomore out of Upper Marlboro, Maryland, Chance Graham. Candace Beverly, a 6-foot senior out of Fredericksburg, Virginia, at the 4. Alexis Taylor, 6'4 junior out of Washington, D.C. She is the 5, and most likely we'll see Crooms, Albert, and Bradford amongst others on the bench. So there's the starting 5 for both teams as Coppin getting set to be introduced here at the PEC. A couple of notes to pass along for Genesis Lucas. 10 points from 8 all-time. On the scoring list, she's chasing down Keisha Wells, an 05 graduate, at 1,116 career points. So 10 more for Jen. She'll have 11, 17, and 8 all-time. 3-point field goals made in a career. Well, 3 more gets her to 107 and will pass Natasha Parks, who currently sits third at 106. So for Coppin, they're going to go in the home whites, trimmed in navy and metallic gold. And with the weather outside being frightful, Dan Mason, the weather inside the PEC is perfect. So we have a sparse crowd as to be expected here tonight between Coppin State and Florida A&M because, as you mentioned, you're either stuck in traffic or trying to get home.
Well, the Eagles are not bothered by that right now. They're very, very loose on their feet, very up, celebrating probably still that win, that first MEAC win. So, like Todd said, they'll be wearing the traditional white, trimmed in yellow and metallic, or make that metallic gold. That's not yellow, that's metallic gold. And then navy, and then Florida A&M will be wearing their black uniforms trimmed out in orange.
Coppin getting the home pregame introduction treatment with the spotlights on, the house lights off, and now everything comes back to full illumination as both teams take to the floor. And to bring it to you, the voice of the Eagles, here's Dan Mason.
Thank you, sir. Eagles against the Rattlers. How about that? And Royal will jump center for Florida A&M. Looks like Alexis Taylor moves in. And we're almost underway. The official blows the whistle, and here we go. Ball is in the air. Florida A&M quickly. They get out quickly, and they drive the paint. Miss the shot. Ball goes on the bounds right on the right-hand side under the basket. They'll retain possession. Verdockel took that shot. She didn't waste any time throwing it up there. Inbound. A spin move by Royal, and she's fouled. I believe this one's going to go on Alexis Taylor. Of course, that's her first. This will be 2-shot foul for Royal. And Royal shooting about 53% from the field. Coppin State a much better free throw shooting team. We made that point earlier in the pregame. So it'll be important to get the ball inside the paint where they could use that to their advantage. First shot's good by Royal. Second shot on the way. She's got it. 2-0 in the early going. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. Now Beverly brings it over the timeline in the front court to Smith. She's on the right, working, looking, trying to get out of. Now she's double teamed. Does get the ball off to Lucas, though. Lucas swings to the top of the key. She's about 6 feet out right now. Gets it over to Beverly at the corner. Underneath to Alexis Taylor. She puts it up off the glass, and that's good. Some contact in there, too, Todd.
Good to see Alexis getting on the board. She was held scoreless in the win over Savannah State.
Now a pressing defense by Coppin State. Underneath it goes out, then it's driven back out. Swinging around, and there's a traveling violation. That'll go against Morrison. Morrison, the 6-foot guard senior from Zebulon, North Carolina. Commits a turnover. The first turnover for Florida A&M. And now Mariah Smith has it. Throws the ball away. She was trying to go to Alexis Taylor or Beverly, but couldn't get there. Here's a 3-point shot the other way by Otara. And there you go. That's the shot she likes to take. Leading scorer at 15 points. Now Coppin State on the attack. They get it to Graham in the corner to Beverly. Ball slapped away, but Beverly picks it back up. Lucas at the top of the key. She has it, gets a passes up a screen, drives around 2 defenders of A&M. Ball bounces into Beverly, and it bounced off her legs and picked up by Florida A&M. So that one almost came over on the scorer's table. And what do you think the first thing our producer Corey did? He grabbed that monitor. It wasn't going anywhere.
I noticed he wasn't protecting either one of us. I noticed that first.
Otara passes it in to Erdockel. Erdockel goes inside. Here's a spin move by Royal. No good. Erdockel with a rebound, so they'll get a second chance. He's going to gun one up from the left. It's good. Deep in the left-hand corner. E-Center Erdockel. She averages 7 points a game. Makes the score 5-2, Florida A&M.
It's a very soft touch on the end of that shot.
Lucas now. She has it. See Smith on the left. She's got Beverly on the right. She gets it to Beverly. Beverly has it. Softly dribbling left. And here's a three-pointer by Lucas. Goes awry. Ball goes out of bounds. It's slapped inside, and Florida A&M picks it up.
Circle, circle, circle.
And here comes Erdockel. Pass is thrown out of bounds on the right. She had no one underneath, and there's another turnover for the Rattlers.
Yeah, Lucas almost came away with that steal, but pulled her hand back at the last moment. It went out of bounds.
Probably a good move. They get better ball position here. And Genesis slowly over the timeline, which she normally does, to the forecourt. To the front court. Ball taken away from her. That's Otara. She drives, lays it in. Ama Arcapol. No, Otara, I'm sorry. Florence Otara. Beverly has it. Coppin State's down by 5 in the early going. Smith at the top of the key. And here you hear Coach Burrows yelling, overload, overload. Getting the ball to one side. Here's Lucas looking for help. She's going to try to drive. Ball slapped away again, and A&M picks it up. And they are on the run. Pulling up is Royal. No good. The ball goes out of bounds. Lucas has it on the inbound, and she's running. She wants to drive. You know she does. And spin it off to Beverly. She puts it in. And she gets the and one. That's the shot we were looking for.
Yeah, the transition game going for Coppin State there, and the foul is assessed on Morrison. That's her first.
So that sends Beverly to the line for 2 shots. Candace is a 70% free throw shooter. The first one's up and good.
Diamond.
Well, make that a 1.
Yeah,
that's the and one. That's the and one. 7-5 now in the early going. Florida A&M on the attack. Out of the corner. Deep out of the corner is Davis. And make that King. It goes off. Erdockel pulls a rebound. And she passes the top of her head looking for a play. Gets it off to King. Back out front. Arcapol. Deep in the corner to Morrison. She wants to drive on Davis. Doesn't get it. Now a pull-up jump shot about 10 feet away from Otara, and it goes off. But it's put back in there by Morrison. (9-5). 5:54 now left in the first quarter. And we see Morrison up off the bench to check in now, Todd. Second chance put up by Coppin State. No good. And we've had a jump ball. See what the possession arrow is.
Well, I believe Florida A&M won the tip, so it should be Coppin State basketball, if I'm not mistaken.
Bernie Robinson checking into the game. She's a 6'4" center from Palmdale, California. Coppin State has the ball inside to Graham. To Beverly, she's deep on the outside. Smith and Lucas will fire off another 3. Can't get this one. Graham hustles and gets the rebound. Top of the key now is Lucas. She's back out to him. She has typically Smith in the left, and she has a couple of Coppin State players on the right to choose from. Out front, Graham's going to try a 3. Nothing. Florida A&M with the rebound. And here comes Erdockel. She gets it off to Otara. Long shot, beauty. 3-point play by Florence Otara. They get score 12-5. They've got to find a way to defend her, Todd. Graham on the left gets it out front. Smith quickly to Lucas, she wanted to shoot, but decided not to. Now she drives the paint and underhands it up from the right-hand side of the paint, and boy, was that a pretty shot.
Nice running right-hand attempt and finish by Genesis Lucas.
4:48 left, 12-7. Florida A&M's on top. Inside, Royal has it. Goes up against Graham. Graham slaps it away. Nice block there by Chance. And here comes Lucas. She's running. She wants to do that same play again. Off the glass, and she did it again. Way to go, Genesis. Cuts that lead to 3. Erdockel gets it inside. The ball's taken away by Coppin State. And here comes Lucas. She doesn't have the numbers here this time, though. She might have to set up. She's on the left-hand side in the front court. Now she's moving center. Oh, what a great pass underneath. Underneath was Smith. And that looked beautiful. What about that one, Todd?
She hid in this right corner. Jen took one extra dribble, and Smith cut right to the basket, and a bullet for 2.
1 point lead now for Florida A&M. Erdockel gives out to King at the top of the court. Erdockel looks inside. You know who she wants to give it to, Otara. She can't get the shot, though. Now Bernie Robinson is it. Passed it out to Royal, and Royal nails it. Nice shot by Royal. 14-11, 3:34 left in the first quarter. And here comes Coppin State. Mild press over the top. Genesis bounced the ball off a Coppin State defender, but gets it back. Here's a long 3 on the right side from Smith. And Mariah is on fire here early. 14-14, we're tied. 3:14 left in first quarter. Here come the Rattlers. Royal passes it off to Otara. Over to Okafor. Underneath, hook shot by Bernie Robinson. Didn't go, and Coppin State has a rebound. We're down to 2:54, and Lucas pulls up with about an 18-footer. This one can't go. A lot of contact under the board. I think we're going to pick up a foul here. Foul will be on, looks like Bernie Robinson. Yep, that's what it was. So we'll take a timeout here. The score, 14-14. We are tied up, and you are listening to Coppin State Sports Network.
Weeds caters to moderate tier extended stay guests who find comfort in being self-sufficient and doing things their way. To sustain your life's rhythm, Town Place Suites provides a place to unpack, settle in, and connect to the local area. With a casual residential atmosphere and productive home office and full kitchen in every suite, Town Place Suites is all about real living. Whether you're visiting for 1 week or 1 month, you'll feel right at home at Town Place Suites.
We're tied at 14. 2 minutes 50 seconds left. We'll take a look at some early scoring. Smith for Coppin State has 3 points tonight. And right behind her, well, I'd make that 5 points. Lucas has 4. Rebounding early on. Take a look at that. Coppin State has it by about 2 rebounds. Early on, though, Todd. But I like the way we're playing.
Yeah, pace of play, I would say, favors Coppin State. And watch Genesis Lucas in transition. It's what I like to call cautious transition. She's looking for that gap in that defense, and you saw that right-hand floater attempt that went, and then the 15-footer, she never set her feet. It went awry.
Beverly now looking to get it in, and long passes out to Lucas.
2 game.
Lucas looking for help. Now she gets it to Graham. Graham in the corner to Mariah Smith. Back to Lucas, and she's going to fire away. Doesn't happen. No good on that one. A 3-pointer goes off the rim to the right. And here come the Rattlers with Davis, the ball handler. Pats their head again, sets up a play, gets it to King. King to Morrison. Back to Davis on the right. Now, Florida A&M will fire up a 3, and Otara took another 3. Didn't happen that time. 2:14 now, 14-14. We're tied. Lucas with the ball. Like to get that high post again if we can. Now Smith, she's pretty open at 10 feet, puts it off and off the glass. Almost went in. Gets her own rebound, though, with a nice hustle and picks up a foul. This one's going to be on Otara. And the Rattlers cannot afford to get Florence Otara in foul trouble at all. It's only her first. Inbound to Beverly. Beverly fakes left. Now dribbles right. Lucas has it deep outside. She's going to drive again. She tries to put one up. A little bit out of control that time. And the ball bounces. Let's see who I think they're going to give it to Cop. Going the other way. Rattlers.
Stays 19 to shoot.
No, that's right. Coppin State has the ball. Graham. Smith to Beverly. Beverly now drives right down the center of the paint. Puts it up. No good. Taylor with the rebound. She's struggling right now. Now we're going to get a foul. Little bit too much guarding that time. That's going to be on Gabrielle Holston. She's a transfer from East Carolina. And she goes out of the game. And Bernie Robinson checks in for the Rattlers. Beverly in the corner. Here's Lucas. Good. Three-pointer. Launched it up there and bam, right in. Now Coppin State leads 17-14, a minute 23 in the first quarter.
Their first lead of the day.
That's right. Davis has it out front to King. King to Davis on the right. Underneath, all alone, but Bernie Robinson, she missed the shot. She had a good shot at it, but missed. And now Lucas has a rebound. In the corner to Beverly. She's way deep in the left corner. Swings up to the top of the perimeter, gives the ball to Lucas. Lucas has it. 17 on the shot clock. 56 seconds in the first quarter. And they're up by 3. Taylor holds the ball high above her head, looks for help, and she travels. Traveling violation as she was trying to get it off to Chance Graham, but didn't work out that time. 48 seconds left. Coppin State up by 3. Rattlers now on the attack. They get it to King. King dribbles left, swings to Davis. Back to King. King's going to throw a 3 up. No good. And Graham is right there for the rebound. That's why Chance Graham is the leading rebounder, Todd, on that one. Leading rebounder on the team at 9 rebounds a game. Oh, what a tough play. Lucas throws it to Chance, and it goes right through her arms. I think she was looking a little bit towards the goal rather than catching the ball.
She's looking for career assist number 400.
There you go.
The next one will be just that.
Only 22 seconds left. And you know the Rattlers are going to want to take a good shot here. Davis has it slowly. Gets it into Morrison. Morrison now spin move. She's going to put up, and she travels as she spun around. Lots of turnovers here early going.
So here's the look. First look in to Beverly or Graham, then the kick back out to Jen for 3 at the horn.
I like it. I like it. Here comes Lucas. It's one-on-one against Davis. Now Jen spins around, gets the ball, goes out of bounds. Taylor had lost the handle on that ball, and it went out of bounds, and Florida A&M retains. Only 2.7 seconds left. Ball comes in, and they're just going to hold it right here. What a first quarter. Looking good. At the end of the first quarter, it's Coppin State 17, Florida A&M 14. This is the Coppin State Sports Network.
Hello? Oh, hi, Maurice. Sure, I'd love to go to a movie. Yes, Friday will work. What time will you pick me up? Pardon? Why can't you pick me up?
Guys, if you turn 18 and don't register with the Selective Service System, you can't get a driver's license in most states. Register today at sss.gov on your computer or smartphone. It's quick, it's easy, it's the law.
What do you mean I can take the bus?
He has an overbite that makes him look like a cartoon character, a slightly crooked eye, and an uncommonly wrinkly neck. In the right light, he can look a little like a garden gnome, and he'll wear a bow tie just because. Sure, you might call him a little quirky, but that's exactly what makes him so perfect. Tuna is a 3-year-old Chihuahua Dachshund mix with more than 700,000 followers on Instagram, and it all started because he was adopted. You can't buy a best friend like Tuna, but you can adopt one. Help us save them all at bestfriends.org.
Don't forget, visit CoppinStateSports.com to get the latest information on all Coppin athletic events, and visit CoppinGear.com to get your CSU apparel, because that is where the home team shops. 17-14. we open up the second quarter. Thoughts, Todd?
Well, +7 on the rebounding margin, which is a great thing for Coppin, but they're not taking care of the ball. -3 in the turnover margin, so it's a +4 net, and a 3-point lead at 17-14.
Shooting 43.8% for that first quarter, 33 for the Rattlers. Rattlers have it with Morrison now. Morrison gives it out, kicks it out to Davis. Davis has Beverly on her. Quickly in the corner to their shooter, which was Florence Otara. She missed. Rattlers get the ball back, though, and Davis has it. Davis to King, back to Davis. Inside, Morrison. Okafor again. She's going to fire one up. Didn't get that. Falls out of bounds. Substitution for Coppin State. Mia Crooms in the game now, replacing Chance Graham. And I believe we have one for Florida A&M too, Todd. That would be Erdakel. She re-enters the game. Erdakel handles the ball really well. I think they're a little bit better team with her handling the ball. Here's Mia, gets it left to Lucas. Lucas looking inside for Beverly, can't get that to her. Instead, she gets it to Beverly in the right corner, and there's all. Looks like a offensive foul on Chance. Now make that Beverly. Candace Beverly picks up her first.
Hey, you mentioned Erdakel's handle. That's a great asset for her and this Rattler club, and we've already seen her stroke home that three.
Ball to Bernie Robinson. To Morrison, out front to Davis. Davis gets it to Otara. She throws it. Well, she airball on that one. She was really frustrated on that shot. Here comes Lucas the other way. Crooms in the right corner. Back to Lucas. Way over the three-point line. They'll try to get a little bit better position there. They got Taylor and they got Graham underneath the board. Ball taken away. A bad pass there. And coming the other way, here they come, and they throw it away too. The Rattlers throw it away, and now we're going the other way with Coppin State. Lucas driving the lane on Bernie Robinson, and she picks up the foul.
That's her second.
Patricia Albert waiting to check in now for Coppin State, as well as Nishaya Davis. She's going to check in too. So we got two Davises in the lineup right now. Her shot is good. Alexis Taylor will sit down for Coppin State.
Since Coppin trailed 12-5. It's a 13-2 run in progress.
Ball given back now to Lucas. Puts it up, and it's good again. 19-14, 5-point lead. That's the longest lead of the night. Going the other way. Otara has it out front to Morrison. Morrison tries to get it in underneath. Here comes Otara. She didn't get it this time. And foul's going to be on Erdakel. And Coppin State will have it. That last trip down the floor, Nishaya Davis had great position to pass that ball to Otara, but she just couldn't make the shot. Now Beverly has it. Out to Graham at the top. Crooms. Here comes Lucas with another three. She bags it. Oh, what a pretty shot that was. 22-14, 7:42. Rattlers going the other way with Davis underneath. Nishaya Davis missed the shot. She gets the rebound. And there's a tie-up. Nope, she gets it back out to Kiara Davis. Kiara Davis, once again, patting her head. That means setting up a play. Underneath, and we've got a foul. This one's probably going to be on Coppin State. It'll be on Patricia Albert. And that's going to send Nyasha Davis to the line. 6'3" sophomore from Stark, Florida. First shot on the way. Bounces off, no good.
So Lucas's last field goal gives her 12 points in this game and moves her into 8th place all-time on the scoring list, passing Keisha Wills from the class of 2005.
Another shot here by Davis. She can cut that lead in the air. Missed again. Something happened underneath down there. I believe there was a Coppin player tripped over Morrison. It looked like to me. They get the ball back, but missed a shot on the second chance, and now Lucas has it.
It was Albert and Morrison colliding on that attempt for a rebound.
Right. Out front. Lucas has it. Calmly looking inside for a play. He's got Albert there on the left. Doesn't see that one. Gets a screen, but goes back out, and the ball's taken away. Turnover. Driving the lane is Okafor. We got a whistle. That was going to be on Davis. Vicara Davis. She picks it up. 5'7" freshman. It's a possession, so Coppin State takes the ball. 22-14, 6:46 left.
Smith replaces Crooms in the Eagles lineup.
And here comes Genesis. Genesis averages 18 points a game. Right now she is at 12. Beverly looking at two defenders there. Got to be careful with the ball. Graham has it. She wants to drive, and I believe we're going to get an offensive foul on Chance. Yep, offensive foul on Chance Graham.
There's a lot of contact on the ball. That's just her trying to avoid the traffic, and instead she gets called for the offensive foul.
Well, I think Coach Burrows agrees with your assessment because he's giving the official an earful over there. Davis up the court, and she's over the timeline to Erdockel, to Otara. Morrison has it. She wants to drive, spins around two defenders, travels again. She's made that traveling violation 3 times tonight.
She has a fine spin move, however, she's dragging that pivot foot, causing the travel.
6:12 now, 22-14, Coppin State. And a traveling violation on the Eagles. Coach Pearl says, what did she do? Oh, goodness. 6:09 left in the first half. 22-14, Coppin State on top. And a reach, that'll be a foul. Reach-in foul that time. That one's going to be on Patricia Albert. And quickly, Taylor's back in the game, replacing Albert. She goes to the bench for Coppin State. Four team fouls now on Coppin State, so the next time they send the Rattlers to the line. Inbound, slapped away by Lucas, or make that Smith, and the ball goes into the grandstand a bit. More substitutions. Ockerful replaces Davis. Otara gives it to Urkeful. There's Otara. Dribbling left. Finds Morrison in the corner. Morrison wants to shoot. Head fakes it, but gets it back out to Otara. She's going to spin through the line. She's got a Royal underneath. Up and in. She spotted her that time. Rather than take the shot herself, she unselfishly gave it to Royal. That's 6 points tonight for Royal. 5:35 left. Going the other way. Chance Graham's going to launch a three. Here it is. No, sir. Can't go. Taylor with the ball. They taking a second chance at this. Smith back. Chance is going to fire away again. This one's got it. Right through the net, Todd. They used to call that in old school nothing but nylon, right? 25-16. Coppin State with a 9-point lead. Spin move by Morrison underneath. She couldn't get it. She's up for the second try, and it's good. She'll get the and one here. I have to see who that foul's on. I believe it's on Graham. And quickly, Crooms is off the bench. Chance has 2 fouls now, so she's going to probably sit down at this point.
So to go back to Chance's 3-point attempted make. It's one of the reasons she made third-team All-MEAC in the preseason. It's just the all-around game for the 5'11 sophomore.
Morrison at the line, puts it in. She completes the and one and gets Florida A&M within 6 points right now, 25-19. 5 minutes right on the nose left in the first half. Crooms at the top. Passes it off to Lucas. Lucas to Beverly. Top of the key to the right. And now they just shuffle it back and forth out in front. Lucas drives the lane. She's going to put that move up. She snuck through that time. She actually snuck through two large Florida A&M Rattler defenders and put that ball right in. 14 points now for Genesis. Erdockel gets it in to Royal. Royal head fakes. And here's Erdockel. 3-point attempt, no good. Coppin State's going to pick the rebound up. And they're on the run. Here goes Lucas. She's going to slow it down a little bit, though, to the left-hand corner. Cruz is going to fire a shot that's off the mark. Rattlers with the rebound. There's Otara. She's going to launch a three. This one goes nowhere. Out of bounds, goes back to Coppin State. You don't see that shot very often from her, the bad shot. Most of the time you see that ball from her, it's going in.
It's a transition three that hit the underside of the rim short.
So we have a timeout. Timeout on the floor. It's Coppin State 27, Florida A&M 19, and this is the Coppin State Sports Network.
Hey, Russell Wilson here, and I know how important exercise is. It's essential. It's essential. With Play 60, United Way and the NFL are helping kids stay active and play at least 60 minutes a day. Healthy kids, healthy kids. But what this place needs is you. To donate or volunteer, go to unitedway.org/play60 because great things happen when we live united. Donate, donate. Are you guys going to do that every time? Yes, of course. Yes, of course. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
I'm John, a volunteer at United Way. Now, I'm here at Lincoln Elementary School to find out what this place needs. Who knows better about what kids need than kids, right? Let's ask them.
Monsters! Lasers! A pool! Another guinea pig! More lasers! Sprinkles!
I was thinking more spinach at lunchtime and maybe more exercise.
Nah. Lasers are cool.
When it comes to creating healthier communities, what this place needs is you. To donate or volunteer, go to unitedway.org because great things happen when we live united. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Your home for Coppin State Athletics. Sports Talk, WNSP 1570 Towson, and online, FoxSportsWilliamsport.com, Stream 6.
Save the date, January 20th, as Coppin State takes on rival Morgan State. It's the battle for Baltimore. Watch the Eagles battle the Bears in this Baltimore Classic rivalry coming up on January 20th. Florida A&M and Coppin State locked in a great one here in the opening half. Here's Dan Mason.
Well, you bet we'll be there for that Morgan State game. Out front, Lucas has it. Almost thrown away. Inside, though, underneath is Crooms. Here she goes. Can't get it. And just as Erdockel took a hand to the face on that one. Coming back the other way, King shoots a hit, sets a three. Dawn King, 5'9" senior from Dallas, Texas, puts it right in there. 27-22, 5-point lead for the Eagles. Ball goes underneath, almost thrown away, and it is thrown away. I believe we get a foul here.
Yeah, it's on King.
Foul's going to be on Dawn King, that's right. And they have 14 fouls now. So the next time, we shoot the bonus. Inside, Lucas gets it into Beverly. Beverly winding around, drives the paint, puts it up, no good, no foul. And Otara has the rebound. She's going to take it up herself. To Urkefel. She's wide open there. Shot off the glass. No good. Coppin State with the ball. One and done on that one. Lucas with the ball. She looks to Crooms. Crooms is going to shoot one. Long shot. No good. Whistle on the floor. This is against Erdockel for the Rattlers.
Yeah, that's her second. She undercut Taylor going for the rebound.
Taylor will be at the line. First shot's on the way. Bounces in there. Quickly, Albert's back in the game for Coppin State. And Mayasha Davis is in for the Rattlers. Alexis tries to improve on her free throw percentage. Got this one. That's a bonus. 29-22, Coppin State. 2:45 left in the first half. And here they come. Royal gets it to Erdockel. Underneath, Davis has it. Back out front, kicks it back out. Now King will shoot. Got it. Boy, there's another one. They're going to have to find a way to contain Dawn King. She can hit. 29-25, 2:26 left in the first half. Here's Crooms. Crooms out front. They play way deep. Smith does a floater up, no good. Bounces out of bounds, and let's see who we get. It's going back to the Rattlers. Florida A&M has picked up a little bit the pace of the game.
Well, Coppin had that 17-2 run to lead, 22-14. They would expand the lead to 9 at 25-16. Since then, 9 for Florida A&M, those 2 King threes. Key in this little run.
Beverly's back in the game, replacing Albert. King has it out front again. Looks and gets it to the right-hand side with Erdockel. Get it back to Erdockel again. She wants to throw a 3 up. Missed it. Davis is the rebound and look at a foul. That was reaching in over the top there by Nyasha Davis. She pushed it a little bit too much that time. It sends Alexis Taylor to the line for 2.
Everyone curious why there's 2 free throws on a non-shooting foul, because with the new rules in women's basketball, they're over the limit of 5 in the quarter.
And they did that. The reason they did that was to cut. They wanted to take away the 1-and-1 because it felt like the NCAA felt that it was too much contact, too many injuries. They wanted to reduce the contact, and they did. First shot by Taylor is no good. Second shot by Alexis is good. 5-point lead. We're under 2 minutes. And here come the Rattlers. Owatara throws up a 3-pointer. She's been cold tonight. Smith with the rebound. Quickly the other way. She has Beverly to her right. Now Beverly's going to shoot that shot on the right-hand side. Can't get it. Taylor with a rebound. They're going to reset and send it back out to Lucas. Another whole second chance. And a fresh shot clock.
6:50 play high.
5-point lead for Coppin. Minute 25 left. Now Lucas going to the right. Smith will shoot. Doesn't get this one. He's cooling off a little bit. Lucas has it. Got to find a way to get that into the paint, Todd.
Well, that's a mismatch for Coppin State all night. Taylor over the top of Yurtical.
Now here comes Smith. She gets the ball out of the left corner. Ball's thrown away. Rattlers pick it up. That turnover is costly. They had a good offensive movement going that time.
Yeah, Mariah lost it on the way up.
54 seconds left. Coppin State's up by 5. Here's a long shot by Erdockel. Can't hit that one. Off the glass for the second chance is Royal. Royal has 8 points on the night so far, and that leads all the Rattler scorers. There's Lucas. Lucas to Crooms. At the top, Smith will shoot another 3. Can't hit this one. Got to work that ball inside a little bit more. Rattlers with the rebound. And this is struggle on the floor. A big tie-up on the floor. They call the jump ball. Possession arrow this time goes to Coppin State. Chance Graham back in the game. She checks in. And Alexis Taylor is coming out.
So now shot clock's turned off, 20.7. Let's see if they can run that overload that they tried to run at the end of the first quarter. Get the look down low first and the kick back out to Jenner, one of the guards.
20.7 seconds left in the first half.
They changed the arrow before the ball was inbounded, so they'll leave it with Coppin for the moment. As soon as the ball comes in, they'll change it.
Beverly gets it in to Smith. 18 seconds. Coach Burrows says get the ball down. Smith in the left corner gets it to Graham. Graham to Mia Kroom. She wants to drive. Graham has it. She'll take the shot. In and out. Tough one. Only 3 seconds. 2 seconds. 1 second. King fires, and she almost hit that. It bricked off the rim. So what a first half that was. We'll take it, though, Todd. Your score at halftime, Coppin State 30, Florida A&M 27. And we'll turn it over to you, Todd.
All right, Coach Burrows is back. We looked at the first half numbers, Coach, and you have a commanding rebounding advantage. However, it took it off the table in the Countdown to Tip-Off show. Taking care of the basketball was not the strength in the opening half.
12 turnovers at halftime was not what we expected. Maybe 12 for the entire game, but we cannot afford to turn the basketball over and expect to win at the end of the night.
At 30-27 at the break, you had a lead of 9 at 25-16. Now Florida A&M has answered with a run of their own of 11-5.
Well, like I said the other day, basketball is about a game of runs. We just got to stop theirs and not turn the ball over when we get the ball back. So we're doing a pretty good job on the defensive end, but then we're giving it right back to them by just making careless mistakes.
Certainly appreciate the time. Good luck the second half.
Thank you.
There it is, head coach Dwayne Burrows here at the break. And as Dan mentioned, we'll take a time out here on the Coppin State Sports Network.
Mouth. That poor, parched mouth. So dry. What'd you eat for lunch? Chalk dust? Did your face storm a sandcastle? Did your mouth cannonball into a barrel of mothballs? You're being awfully quiet. Is that because your mouth feels like the business end of a Dremel saw? Is it because your mouth just wrote a haiku and all 17 syllables were dry heaves? Do you even listen to your mouth? Because right now your mouth thinks its biological parents are a half sheet of 80 grit sandpaper and a box of fish food. You're so parched. You know it. I know it. The entire radio knows it. Just admit it. You want a Mountain Dew? Your mouth feels like it just inhaled the insides of a punching bag, and the only remedy is that neon green potion. Right now, your mouth could be tongue bathing in the refreshing citrus kick of Mountain Dew. Instead, it feels like you've been motorboating King Tut's sarcophagus. What was that? Is that your parched mouth crying for help, or a porcupine making movie with a cardboard box? Wrong. It's your mouth. Show some mercy. Crack open a nice cold Mountain Dew. You know your mouth wants you to. Do the dew.
SSS.gov presents good advice from Dad.
Do that.
Dad's advice is usually pretty simple.
Don't do that.
Here's Dad on important topics like asking out that girl you like.
Do that.
On asking out her sister.
Don't do that.
Now here's Dad on going to SSS.gov and registering with Selective Service when a young man turns 18.
Do that.
See? Dad knows it's the law, and that registering will preserve your eligibility for college loans and government jobs. Go to SSS.gov today and register.
Do that.
I'm a volunteer at United Way. I'm asking people around the neighborhood what they think this place needs.
Wi-Fi everywhere.
More playgrounds. More ice cream trucks. I was thinking more money in the pockets of local families come tax time.
Can I change my answer?
I was just kidding about the ice cream. When it comes to getting better tax refunds into the hands of local families, what this place needs is you. To donate or volunteer, go to UnitedWay.org, because great things happen when we live united. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Hey, you! Yeah, you, mister. I'm 18 years old at the top of my game, and I got everything to look forward to. Over here. I got a question for you. Did you register with Selective Service yet? No! Give me a break. All those big plans you got, all those big dreams, forget about it. College, forget about it. If you need student loans, job training, forget about it. Government jobs, forget about it. If you're an 18-year-old guy and you're not registered, you can't even get your driver's license renewed in most states. And you can't become a citizen if you're an immigrant. So here's the deal. It's the law. If you're at a computer, it takes like a minute to get it done at SSS.gov. No computer, no excuses. Go to the post office, fill out a Selective Service registration form, and drop it in the mail. Done. Bada bing. So save yourself the hassle you don't need and go chase those dreams and get on with your life. Now get out of here and don't forget about it. Register with Selective Service. That's SSS.gov, or go to your post office.
Half of all football teams lose every Sunday, which means 50% of fans lose too. But Buffalo Wild Wings offers them a chance at redemption. Just swivel that losing face 12 degrees, and there's more football with a fresh 50% chance of winning. Now it's your turn to laugh at someone else's losing face, unless it's you again. Then just try another 12 degrees. Tons of football and tons of TVs. We do it for you. Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
Gets it over to Beverly at the corner. Underneath to Alexis Taylor. She puts it up off the glass, and that's good. The contact was there too, Todd.
Good to see Alexis getting on the board. She was so scoreless in the win over Savannah State.
Now pressing defense by Coppin State. She wants to drive. You know she does. She gets off to Beverly. She puts it in. And she gets the and one. That's the shot we were looking for. On the left, gets it out front. Smith, quickly do. Lucas, she wanted to shoot, but decides not to. Now she drives the paint and underhands it up from the right-hand side of the paint. And boy, was that a pretty shot. Inside, Royal has goes up against Graham. Graham blocks it away. Nice block there by Chance. And here comes Lucas. She's running. Wants to do that same play again. Off the glass. And she's it again. She's on the left-hand side in the front court. Now she's moving center. Oh, what a great pass underneath. Underneath for Smith. And that looks beautiful. Here comes Coppin State. Miles press over the top. Genesis bounced the ball off the Coppin State defender to get it back. Here's a long
Maya is on fire here early. 14-14, we're tied. Beverly in the corner. Here's Lucas. Good. Three-pointer. Launched it up there and bam, right in. Now Coppin State leads 17-14. A minute 23 in the first quarter. Their first lead of the day. Right. Now Beverly has it. Out to Graham at the top. Boom. Here comes Lucas with another three. She bags it. Kansas going to fire away again. This one's got it. Right through the net, Todd. They used to call that in old school nothing but nylon. 25-16. Coppin State with a 9-point lead. Lucas drives away. She's going to put that move up. Stuck through that time. She actually stuck through two large Florida A&M Rattler defenders and put that ball right in. 2 seconds. 1 second. King fires and she almost did that. It ripped off the rim. So what a first half that was. We'll take it though, Todd. The score at halftime, Coppin State 30, Florida A&M 27.
Raising kids can be tough these days. As a parent, you've got your hands full making sure your kids have what they need to stay healthy and get the care they need when they're sick. Well, now there's help. Medicaid and the Children's Health Insurance Program offer free or low-cost health insurance for kids and teens, all the way up to age 19. They can get regular checkups, immunizations, doctor and dentist visits, hospital care, mental health services, prescriptions, and more. Children in a family of 4 earning up to $47,700 a year or more may qualify, and parents may be eligible for Medicaid too. It's a helping hand for parents with their hands full. For more information, go online to insurekidsnow.gov or call 1-877-KIDS-NOW. That's 1-877-543-7669. Enrollment is open year-round, but why wait? A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Coppin State University means something different to everyone. Jason is a recent high school grad, attending Coppin full-time, getting his 4-year degree, preparing for a lucrative career. Kimberly took time off to start a family and now attends Coppin part-time and enjoys the affordability and supportive environment. Kazim wants to change careers and finds that Coppin provides the flexibility he needs to keep working while getting that second degree. Coppin State University, something different to everyone, something special for you.
Town Place Suites caters to moderate tier extended stay guests who find comfort in being self-sufficient and doing things their way. To sustain your life's rhythm, Town Place Suites provides a place to unpack, settle in, and connect to the local area. With a casual, residential atmosphere and productive home office and full kitchen in every suite, Town Place Suites is all about real living. Whether you're visiting for 1 week or 1 month, you'll feel right at home at Town Place Suites.
Last night we put on an epic light show.
Yeah, we did.
The crowd loved us. We love the crowd.
Wait, but there were only 4 people out there.
Yeah, but did you see their 4 faces? All 8 of their eyes lit up brighter than ours. And we're fireflies.
Yeah, we are.
It's that one girl. She looked like she'd never seen glow-in-the-dark like this before, and we invented glow-in-the-dark.
Yeah, we invented it.
And we're going to be out here every night rocking out our light show at a forest near you.
Woo-hoo!
So come check us out.
Check us out.
And bring your kid, all ages show. Oh, but don't bring any of those glass jars, because they make us kind of nervous.
Yeah, I'm super claustrophobic.
Whether you're rocking their world or they're rocking yours, some memories never fade. Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you and discover other cool things to do when you go, like fishing, biking, or even camping. Visit discovertheforest.org.
See you later!
Yeah, see you soon.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Man, do I love card night. You ready, boys? You got a king?
No, fix that.
Oh, come on! This is WWE superstar Titus O'Neil. The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Learn more at 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov.
Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
So back courtside here at the Physical Education Complex at Coppin State. At the break, it is Coppin State with a 30-27 lead over Florida A&M. Both teams shooting under 34.5% in the opening half. Coppin 10 of 29 for 34.5% from the floor, 4 of 11 from 3 for 36.4%. 6 of 7 at the line, and as Dan likes to talk about, that free throw advantage, well, we're using it to our advantage. For Florida A&M, 10 of 35 from the field. That's 28.6%. 4 of 17 from 3, 23.5%. 3 of 5 at the line, 60%. But that 4 of 17 from 3 is keyed by Otara. As we talked about at the outset, if you can allow her to shoot that 3, see what happens.
Well, they've done a terrific job on Florence Otara tonight. And I can't say enough about the defense on her. She has that's a player who averages 15 a game. She's sitting with 5 points, and she has only 1 assist, as she's the leading assist player for the team too.
And all 5 points coming in the first quarter. So she has been shut out in quarter number 2, which was even at 13 apiece after Coppin took that 17-14 lead after 1. The big run in the game came at 17-2 to put Coppin in front 22-14. Well, since then, it's been a little lopsided in favor of Florida A&M. Coppin led 25-16. Since then, 11-5 Rattlers.
How about Genesis Lucas tonight? 14 points, 5 for 10 from the field. She's 2 for 5 from 3-point and 2 out of 2 at the free throw line. Great shooting tonight on the free throw line for the Eagles, 6 for 7 tonight.
Yeah, she's moved into 8th place all time with 14 points. Now she needed 10 coming in to get to 8th place all time. She's 1 3 away from 3rd all time and 1 assist away from 400 in the career.
With this big rebounding edge they have, they got to take advantage of that now in the second half. They do have 12 points in the paint versus the Rattlers 10, but there's some other categories that need a lot of work, like second chance. The Rattlers are ahead on that. Fast break, the Rattlers are ahead on that. And then turnovers, or offense off the turnovers, 9-5. So we've got some work to do.
We talked about Otara with the 5. How about finding Dawn King on the outside, those 2 threes?
Yes, she's a shooter. She can shoot. And in the scouting report, I didn't really see that. So we'll have to take a look at that. I'm sure Coach Burrows has already taken note of that, too.
All right, we'll take note of a 2-minute timeout. Come back with the second half. Third quarter begins with Coppin State in front of Florida A&M 30-27 on the Coppin State Sports Network.
That poor, parched mouth. So dry. What'd you eat for lunch? Chalk dust? Did your face storm a sandcastle? Did your mouth cannonball into a barrel of mothballs? You're being awfully quiet. Is that because your mouth feels like the business end of a Dremel saw? Is it because your mouth just wrote a haiku and all 17 syllables were dry heaves? Do you even listen to your mouth? Because right now your mouth thinks its biological parents are a half sheet of 80 grit sandpaper and a box of fish food. You're so parched. You know it. I know it. The entire radio knows it. Just admit it. You want a Mountain Dew? Your mouth feels like it just inhaled the insides of a punching bag, and the only remedy is that neon green potion. Right now, your mouth could be tongue-bathing in the refreshing citrus kick of Mountain Dew. Instead, it feels like you've been motorboating King Tut's sarcophagus. What was that? Is that your parched mouth crying for help, or a porcupine making whoopee with a cardboard box? Wrong. It's your mouth. Show some mercy. Crack open a nice cold Mountain Dew. You know your mouth wants you to. Do the dew.
Half of all football teams lose every Sunday, which means 50% of fans lose too. But Buffalo Wild Wings offers them a chance at redemption. Just swivel that losing face 12 degrees, and there's more football with a fresh 50% chance of winning. Now it's your turn to laugh at someone else's losing face. Unless it's you again. Then just try another 12 degrees. Tons of football and tons of TVs. We do it for you. Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
Coppin State University means something different to everyone. Jason is a recent high school grad, attending Coppin full-time, getting his 4-year degree, preparing for a lucrative career. Kimberly took time off to start a family, and now attends Coppin part-time and enjoys the affordability and supportive environment. Kazim wants to change careers and finds that Coppin provides the flexibility he needs to keep working while getting that second degree. Coppin State University, something different to everyone, something special for you.
Welcome back, everyone. Coppin State leads by 3 over Florida A&M right now, 30-27. And Coach Todd, let me ask you something. What would LaDawn Gibson be saying in her locker room at halftime?
Well, they did a great job taking care of the basketball, whereas Coppin did not. So I would say that she's going to say stay aggressive on the turnovers. And the other side to that would be they got to get to the glass, because Coppin right now is dominating the boards.
I would think she also said, Florence Owatara, keep shooting, because eventually she'll break out of that slump she's in.
Well, how about Royal? Royal's done a great job.
She wasn't even expected to start tonight.
Cleaning up around the basket.
Yes, she did. We're back to action. Urdakel in the corner. Spin move underneath by King. She gets fouled. So Dawn King, right out of the box, is going to the free throw line. That's Alexis Taylor with the foul. Her second.
Lucky. She had you beat, but you had your help. So why foul?
Shot in the air by Dawn King is good. She's the starting point guard for Florida A&M. Second shot. This one's good, too. Ooh, 1 point lead, 30-29 now. Eagles got to come back here. Urdakel guarding Smith heavily. They get it off to Genesis, and they're going to get a foul. We're going to get a foul on Otara. Florence Otara. She hooked her. Reached in and hooked her.
Otara is saying she tied up the basketball. I disagree. It was right in front of us.
Right in front of us. We didn't see it that way. Coppin State with the ball. Beverly over to Lucas, and Lucas calls a play. She's got one finger in the air. Looking left. Now she's looking inside. I'm sure she'd like Beverly to break through the paint. But now she's going to drive it herself. She left off the glass. What a shot. How in the world did she ever hit that? Did she even look at that basket, Todd, when she threw that up? It looks like she just threw it up and it went right in.
She might have winked at it. I don't know if she was looking at it, but I'm sure she winked at it.
Coming the other way. It's tied up. Well, I believe Coppin State will get the ball back. They're going to get the ball on the possession arrow. 3-point lead at 9-11 in the third quarter. Inbound to Beverly. Now here comes Lucas. Got to watch the middles, Coach Burrow says. Almost taken away there. Urdakel plays excellent defense. Now she's double teamed. And Coach Burrows gets a timeout. Timeout on the floor. The score, Coppin State 32, Florida A&M 29. This is the Coppin State Sports Network.
Nature's law.
Keep dreaming.
There's another law you can't ignore. The U.S. law requiring young men to register with Selective Service when they turn 18. Failure to comply means you can miss out on a lot, like college loans and government jobs. Fortunately, registering is easy. Just visit sss.gov on your computer or smartphone, or any post office. Do it, and it'll be one less law you have to worry about.
Town Place Suites caters to moderate tier extended stay guests who find comfort in being self-sufficient and doing things their way. To sustain your life's rhythm, Town Place Suites provides a place to unpack, settle in, and connect to the local area. With a casual residential atmosphere and productive home office and full kitchen in every suite, Town Place Suites is all about real living. Whether you're visiting for 1 week or 1 month, you'll feel right at home at Town Place Suites.
33 days until Coppin State's 2018 homecoming on Saturday, February 17th. Visit coppin.edu/homecoming to purchase tickets for all of your homecoming activities. 33 days till February 17th?
Where does the year go? Florida A&M down by 3 with 8:58 left. And the Eagles will inbound.
Marty Christmas shopping a weekend. Does that make any sense?
Beverly looking inside, gets it to Lucas. Lucas on the outside to Mariah Smith. She's had a couple of nice threes tonight. Gives it back to Lucas. Lucas now looking to her left. Dribbles right. Underneath, she's going to put that floater up again. Gets a second chance at it, and they're going to reset again. Otara tried to guard Lucas and did a pretty good job, but she got away at the last second there. Ball's taken away, and we might have a foul there.
It's on Graham.
Wow. You're right. It's on Chance Graham. One thing that Otara can do really well is steal the ball.
That's why she got the ball.
So Chance just picked up her third, early stages, third quarter.
Urdakel with the ball into Otara. Otara to Morrison. To King on the left-hand side. They look in, get it to Royal. Royal's going to bounce, spin around. Can't hit this one. And the ball goes out of bounds. Believe it goes to the Eagles.
Well, Graham and Taylor let it go out of bounds thinking it was last touched by Florida A&M. Instead, with 15 to shoot, Rattlers will inbound.
Wow. Otara will look inside. She does find Royal. Royal spins and moves and misses the shot. That might be, looks like an offensive foul.
I think it was just deflected by Florida A&M.
Yep.
The last touch out of bounds.
That's the call.
That's the last thing we need is another whistle against us, right?
8:14 left. Coppin State still leads by 3. And Beverly is on the run. She's guarded by Royal. Decides to reset. Now Lucas will look in. Looking for someone in the paint. They have Taylor there. They have Beverly there. They finally get it to Beverly. 9 on the shot clock. Taylor tries to put one up. Can't go. It's blocked. Now Rattlers are going the other way. King puts up about a 20-footer. Missed. Rebound by Morrison. No good. Coppin State retains as Graham pulls down the rebound. 7:32. Ball's kicked by Florida A&M, and Coppin State will retain possession.
Yeah, Coppin was trying to go high-low to Graham off that right side.
Lucas inside, gets it to Graham, and let's see what we've got here.
Otara just picked up her third.
She's very, very aggressive there. Very aggressive.
Well, she saw the screen coming, and we talk about it all the time, Dan, either going over the top of the screen or going under. Well, she went over the top and almost took an elbow right in the chin.
That is not a good sign for the Rattlers. Taylor Darks checks into the game for Florida A&M. She's a 5'11 redshirt sophomore. Here's Lucas deep in the corner. Mariah Smith's going to shoot. Got it. Right out of the left corner.
That's Jen's 400th career assist.
Look good on that one. Nice assist, as Todd said. And Mariah hit it. Opens up that lead again to 6. Erdockel. Morrison almost traveled. Spins around one defender. Can't get it. Taylor with the ball. She's got to slow that down. Try to get it off to Lucas. She does. 6:46 left. Lucas, here's a long one by Smith again. She's got it again. How about that, Todd? Boom. Right in there.
Mariah's opened this lead back up to 38-29 on back-to-back threes.
Long shot the other way by the Rattlers. Goes off underneath Morrison. Misses a follow-up. And Coppin State picks it up, and Lucas is on the run. She's got Urkel right in front of her. Spins around and puts it off the glass. Doggone it. We almost had that one. This crowd would have been crazy if we could have hit that one. She's fouled by Erdockel. That's 3 on Erdockel. And Genesis goes to the line for 2. 85% free throw shooter. Got that one. 17 points on the night, too, for Genesis right now. More substitutions. Davis is in the game for the Rattlers. Second shot, no good. Very rare miss there that time. 10-point lead. That's the longest lead of the game. Going the other way, Darks gets it back out to Davis. The King on the left. She gets inside to Davis. Back to Royal. Royal spins around. Now a three-pointer goes awry. They get their own rebound, and King puts it in. Dawn King was right there, and she laid it in. Cuts a lead to 8 at 5:55 left in the third quarter.
Well, Coach Burrows wants to know why Graham ended up on the floor.
Here come the Eagles. Smith right now with a hot hand. She has it out front. Goes to her right. Gets it out to Graham at the top. To the left to Lucas. Genesis looking for a way to go. Spins it out. Gets it to Beverly. She tries to drive the paint, and she's fouled. This one's going to go against Nyasha Davis. That's her second. And it sends Beverly to the line for 2. First shot's good. 4 points on the night for Beverly. Mia Crooms off the bench. She'll replace Graham for the Eagles. 40-31 now. 5:30 left in the third quarter. Second shot's on the way. It's good, too. Good job, Candace. 10-point lead is back at 41-31. 5:26 left. Scramble underneath. Let's see what we've got here.
Yeah, Davis lost it on the way in. If they call the dual possession, it's going to stay with A&M.
Kind of hard to see between Coach Burrows and the officials. Slap the ball inside. Rattlers get it out and immediately throw it away. And there's going to be another foul.
Yeah, Royal had it and lost it after the catch. And then A&M will be called for a foul.
This one's on Davis again.
That's her third.
Now Davis has got 3 fouls, and Otara has 3 fouls. That sends the Eagles back to the free throw line with Alexis Taylor. First shot by Alexis is good. Now we see Bernie Robinson come back into the game, who had been starting all season, didn't start tonight, but she's back in the game now. It gives them a lot of height. 6'4". Second shot by Alexis in the air. It's good, too. Good job at the free throw line tonight by Alexis Taylor. 43-31, 12-point, longest lead of the night. Darks has it. She's one-on-one against Lucas out front. Inside to Royal. She spins. And let's see what they call. This will be on Alexis Taylor. And that's her third. Morrison will shoot 2. Only a 47% free throw shooter. Rolls in. A 6'1" sophomore from Savannah, Georgia. Demani Royal.
100.
On the way. Second shot is good. 43-33. 5:02 left. Long pass to Lucas. She's going to throw a 3 down. It's got it. Wow. Did not waste any time at all. Got the ball in her hands, and she launches it. Fires away.
So that third 3 of the game now moves her to third all-time in 3-point field goals made at 107.
What do we have to have for second?
106 with Natasha Parks.
Darks lays it in off the glass.
I'm sorry, she was third before. Now she's fourth as Lucas is now third.
Darks just scores, cuts the lead to 11, and the ball goes out of bounds. Thrown away that time. Turnover. Goes back to the Rattlers. We're going to get an official timeout. The score, Coppin State 46, Florida A&M 35, and this is the Coppin State Sports Network.
Only in the forest can you see this. And this. And this. But nothing beats the moment you see that.
Cool!
That's your child's eyes opening up to a world of possibilities.
I didn't know it could do that!
Because one trip to the forest can spark a world of difference.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go, like hiking, canoeing, fishing, or camping. Or create your own adventure with family and friends, and you might just see this. Your moment's out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org. That's discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
VIP floor seating with reserve parking and hospitality access still available each home game here at Coppin State. Visit the box office or CoppinStateSports.com to get your tickets today.
Genesis Lucas leading all scorers now with 20. Good night for Genesis. The Rattlers are on the attack. Davis has it. Here's a quick pull-up shot that goes off by Smith. And looks like a jump ball. Possession arrow goes to the Eagles. 4:14 left in the third quarter.
Go fire, go fire.
Now full court press by the Rattlers. Inbound to Crooms. Got to keep it off the sides. Got to look to the middle. Genesis breaks it. And she's got Beverly. Beverly one-on-one underneath. Taylor puts it up and rolls out. She traveled, though. Traveling violation. So the Rattlers are on the run with Davis. She throws a bad pass and still retains possession. Must have been touched last by one of the Eagles. Didn't look that way. Inside, Royal's going to go for that spin move, but this time she doesn't take it. They get it back out front. Deep in the corner. Traveling violation. That time the traveling violation was Zimani Smith, who's now entered the game.
Dan, you know the old basketball adage, one travel deserves another.
Into the game is Dawn King, and Zimaya Smith will sit down. 46-35, 3:50 in the third quarter. And the Eagles are up. Beverly underneath the Taylor. She's going to try again. Can't get that shot. Rolls off the glass. Coming the other way quickly is Davis. Deep in the corner. Long bombs away. That one goes awry by King that time. And the Rattlers step on the baseline, and the ball goes back to Coppin State.
Dan, you mentioned Alexis Taylor. She's having a career game so far. New highs in points and rebounds at 7 apiece.
Chance Graham checks in. Alexis Taylor sets down for Coppin State. And Lucas has the ball. Inbound from Beverly. And she's going to be met with Coppin State defender right there at the timeline. Darks plays her very heavily. Lucas goes right. You can hear the dribble. She just takes off the time clock a little bit more. 12 on the time. 12 on the shot clock. Here's Smith. The Crooms. It fires away again. This one's an air ball. Somebody got a hand on it at the last minute, though. Bernie Robinson put a hand on it. More substitutions now. Morrison back into the game for the Rattlers. And Royal will sit down, and Alexis Taylor comes back for Coppin State. And Chance Graham will take a seat.
4 to shoot off this baseline inbound.
Got to hurry. Love to see something come to the paint. 3 seconds. 2. Somebody's got to shoot. They can't get it off. Alexis Taylor had that shot in the right corner, but she passed on it.
Yeah, the other part of it is that inbound was a tough catch for Beverly, and that really cost him about a second and a half on that possession.
Morrison inbounds to Davis.
Come on, man.
Bernie Robinson in the center, and the ball is taken away. Costly turnover there for the Rattlers. 2:46 left in the third quarter. Coppin State by 11. Here's Lucas drifting right in the front court. Looks inside, can't see anybody. Trying to get it in. 14 on the shot clock. She's going to throw it up there. Not the best shot in the world. But she'll get it back.
It was deflected by Florida A&M with 11 to shoot. I thought for a moment it was out of bounds.
Beverly puts up one, gets her own rebound, puts it up and in. Great second effort. Great second effort by Candace Beverly. 48-35. 13-point lead. That's the longest. Bernie Robinson puts one up, can't get it. She gets it back, and she is traveling. Traveling violation, another turnover. Gabrielle Holston checks in for Florida A&M. And right away, Bernie Robinson sits down. I'm sure LaDawn Gibson doesn't like what she sees on that play. And here comes Coppin State. Coppin State with a 13-point lead. That's our longest of the night. Lucas throws it inbound, but goes right into 3 defenders for Florida A&M, and they have the ball. Deep in the corner, long shot coming out left-hand side. And that was King. Dawn King once again nails that 3. 48-38, minute 41 left now in the third. Beverly has it. Flips it over to Smith. Smith to Lucas. She looks at, we're going to get she looks like she pushed off.
They called an illegal screen on Mariah Smith About 5 seconds after she got rid of the basketball, I didn't see that at all.
I thought it was a push, but evidently not. It's a legal screen. 48-38, we're down to a minute 25. Dan Mason and Todd Bartley here on the call. Glad you're with us tonight. And once again, Morrison takes steps. That's probably about the 6th time she's done that tonight.
Oh, without question. And then when we go back and look at the video, you'll see Mariah Smith was literally screening air. There's nobody there.
A minute 17. So far, well played by the Eagles tonight. Lucas, she's got the hot hand and 20 points. Flips it over. Oh, it's a bad pass that goes out of bounds. Last touch by Rattler, though. So we'll get it back. Coppin State retains possession with only a minute 5 left.
Watch the inbounder on this play to get the basketball back.
They get it to Smith. Smith guarded closely by Davis. And we'll get a foul. This one's going to be on Morrison. And that'll send Lucas to the line for 2 shots. They're in the bonus. And we said, Todd, early on that we could get to the free throw lane. We have a great advantage there with a 10-point differential in free throw percentages.
And one of the best free throw shooters in Coppin history. Missed the front end.
Missed the front end. Here's the second one. She won't miss that one, though. 49-38, 11-point lead. You want to stretch that out a little bit more. In the corner. Back out front. Davis has it. And here's Dawn King once again. She's got it. Wow. She has 16 on the night. 40 seconds. Coppin by 8. Try to use as much of the clock as you can on this. Giving to Beverly. And what we're gonna, I think we might have, they're going to get Morrison here.
Yeah, it's a hold on Morrison, preventing Lucas from going and getting that basketball.
Morrison was in disbelief. Could not believe that call went against her. She's not happy at all. Nevertheless, Candace Beverly goes to the line, and she'll shoot 2. One, 2 ounces on the floor. Ball's in the air. It's good. 50-41. 29.4 seconds left. And here comes a substitution. Urkel. She's in. And Sharika Morrison sits down. Beverly back at the line. Second shot's on the way. No good. Rattlers with the rebound. Here comes Urkel. Urkel gives to Davis. Davis deep in the corner to King. Almost lost it. Got it back out to Davis. 20 seconds left. Here's a floater. Nice play by Davis. The arc of Davis. That looked good. 50-43. Down to 10 seconds. Shot clock's off. 6 seconds. Lucas fires. No good. Rattlers have the ball. As time expires in the third quarter, a desperation shot, no good at the buzzer. Well, Todd, we played 3. We've got one more quarter to go. Your score, Coppin State 50, Florida A&M 43. This is the Coppin State Sports Network.
Look at that mouth. That poor, parched mouth. So dry. What'd you eat for lunch? Chalk dust? Did your face storm a sandcastle? Did your mouth cannonball into a barrel of mothballs? You're being awfully quiet. Is that because your mouth feels like the business end of a Dremel saw? Is it because your mouth just wrote a haiku and all 17 syllables were dry heaves? Do you even listen to your mouth? Because right now your mouth thinks its biological parents are a half sheet of 80 grit sandpaper and a box of fish food. You're so parched. You know it. I know it. The entire radio knows it. Just admit it. You want a Mountain Dew? Your mouth feels like it just inhaled the insides of a punching bag, and the only remedy is that neon green potion. Right now, your mouth could be tongue-bathing in the refreshing citrus kick of Mountain Dew. Instead, it feels like you've been motorboating King Tut's sarcophagus. What was that? Is that your parched mouth crying for help, or a porcupine making whoopee with a cardboard box? Wrong. It's your mouth. Show some mercy. Crack open an ice cold Mountain Dew. You know your mouth wants you to. Do the dew.
Bring back to the PEC here at Coppin State University. Todd Bartley, Dan Mason with you, getting set for the fourth quarter. You can always follow along. Join Coppin State Athletics and Coppin Basketball on social media. Coppin State Sports is on Facebook, Twitter, and a thing they call Instagram.
You know about Instagram.
Some people call it InstaChat, but that's a whole other story for a whole other day.
21 points on the night for Genesis Lucas. And Florida A&M will inbound the ball. Royal gets it in to Davis. Davis has quickness. Does a good job with the ball. Deep in the corner. They baseball pass it out to Dawn King again. Can't hit this one, though. And right away, Coppin State gets the rebound. Davis picks it up. On the run here, Smith out front. Looking inside now. Spreading in the offense a bit. Lucas will throw up another one. It gets blocked. She didn't have the height that time. And going the other way. Davis lays it in. She has 4 points on the night. She's very, very quick and handles the ball really well for them. Lucas gets it off to Beverly. Beverly swings out to Smith. Up in the center, they throw it away. Bad pass. And Genesis caught her that time with a hook. That'll go against Genesis Lucas. That's her first foul of the night.
That's not a bad foul to give right there. It's the first of the fourth quarter. You slow down transition for Florida A&M, and you make them now come halfway down the floor, Dan, because they've got all the momentum right now, trailing by 5.
This game is certainly a long way from being over. Davis handling the ball out front to Royal. Royal's done a terrific job for them, leading scorer for them. Erdipal gives it to Holston. Back to King. Now a three-pointer by the Rattlers is good by Erdipal. Cuts the lead to 2. 8 minutes, 40 seconds left. And Urkel claps her hands, jumps in the air, waves her arms as Genesis Lucas approaches. Inside Taylor, here's a 5-footer by Taylor. Looks good. That's good. Alexis Taylor put that in from 5 feet. 8:22 left. Here's Holston with a long 3. No good. Lucas with a rebound, and they're on the run. Long pass to Smith, underneath, in. Laid it right in off the fast break. 6-point lead. 8 minutes, 7 seconds left. Great assist that time from Lucas, too. Now, Florida A&M sets up. Holston has it deep in the right corner. Finds King. She almost lost the ball, but gets it back. Royal has it. She has 3 Coppin State defenders on her. And she traveled.
Now go back to the 3 by Yurtigal. Her second gives her 6, cuts it to 50-48. That was a 10-2 run by Florida A&M, and the Eagles answer with 4 straight to lead by 6.
And Todd, we just see Oatara checking back in the game now. So you can expect some more offensive fireworks there. Here's Lucas. And Otara's probably a fresh player right now, too, having been on the bench most of the first half.
Well, and here's the start of taking the air out of the basketball with about 7.5 to go.
Beverly drives. Looks like she traveled with it herself. A lot of traveling violations tonight. Otara inbounds. And now Davis has it over the front line. Otara with it on the right. Holston has it. Holston one-on-one against Taylor. Back out to Davis. Davis, 16 seconds on the shot clock. King. There's a long shot in the air by Davis. Can't hit. One and done as Coppin State gets a rebound. And she's guarded heavily by De'Ara Davis.
Now, Davis did the right thing there, Dan. She came to the sideline because she saw Lucas coming right toward us in the broadcast location, just hedged her to the sideline.
Air ball by Smith on the 3. And here come the Rattlers. Otara is running. Hands the ball off to Davis. Davis back out front to Otara. They got the ball inside. They got it to Holston. She whips around and see what the call is. He travels too.
Yeah, she got to the near block in plenty of time and then tried to come back to her left, getting into the lane and travel.
Morrison and Bernie Robinson checked back in the game for Florida A&M. Holston sits down. Coppin State leading by 6. 6 minutes, 37 seconds left. Here's Genesis over the timeline. Gives it to Smith in the left corner. Back out front to Graham. Graham throws it inside to Beverly. She loses the ball, picks it back up, and there's a loose ball as King dives for it. Lucas out-hustles her, though, and now Coppin State has it. That was a great hustle that time by Genesis Lucas. And she's got it, and she's trying to, Coach Burrow says, slow it down a little bit. She gets it to Beverly. Beverly inside to Graham. Graham spins around. Let's get this, another traveling call. A lot of traveling tonight. Going the other way, here comes Okafor. Doesn't take the shot. Ball bounces around. Morrison has it and gets blocked. And Taylor plays a nice defensive play on her and blocks that shot. There's King. Make that Lucas. Lucas looks back out to Smith. Smith to Lucas. Genesis looks at that. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Got to move. Inside. Taylor has it. Doesn't take that shot. Passes out to Lucas. She'll shoot a three. Bags it. Genesis Lucas lighting it up. 24 points on the night. 5:24 left. Coppin State up by 57-48.
She shot that flat-footed.
And there is Otara. She's got a goal. They've done a great job on her tonight. She's only scored 7 points. 5:06. Coppin State by 7. Can't let up. Got to keep bearing down here. Lucas played every minute of this game practically. You find Graham underneath, and let's see what they call here.
Candace Beverly with her second.
Goodness. Official timeout. Coppin State 57, Florida A&M 50, and you're listening to the Coppin State Sports Network.
If you own a gun, you have a full-time responsibility. When you aren't using it, be sure it can't get into the hands of curious children, troubled teenagers, a thief, or anyone else who might misuse it. Your family, friends, and neighbors are all counting on you. Remember, always lock it up. For more information on firearm storage safety, visit ncpc.org. This message brought to you by the National Crime Prevention Council, the Bureau of Justice Assistance, and the Ad Council.
When I grow up, I want to be a new pair of blue jeans. When I grow up, I want to be a kid's first computer. I want to be a football I want to be a bike that races around the country. I want to be a bench on a forest trail. When I grow up, I don't want to be a piece of garbage. And if you recycle me, I won't be.
Give your garbage another life. Recycle. Learn how at iwanttoberecycled.org. Brought to you by Keep America Beautiful and the Ad Council.
Your home for Coppin State Athletics. Sports Talk, WNSP 1570 Towson, and online, FoxSportsWilliamsport.com, Stream 6.
Well, if you're watching us on cable, you might see some of the fans in the stands tonight. They're giving a Fan of the Night award. Is that what they're doing tonight?
A little fan cam action.
57-50. Coppin State will inbound. Comes in from Lucas to Graham to Beverly, and it's taken away. And here we go. Otara going the other way. She gets it out front to Davis. Davis looking inside to Darks. Back out front to Davis. And now Otara looks in, doesn't take a shot. She's wide open. She fires a three on the way. No, bounces in there. And Florence Otara is starting to pick up now. Heating up is Florida A&M. They're down only by 4. 4:17 left. Here's Lucas. Coach Burrow says go to the elbow. Beverly out front. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Beverly to Lucas at the top of the key. She's guarded heavily. Tight defense. Now she gets out to Graham. Graham's going to shoot. Doesn't get there. Right at the shot clock expiration. 3 minutes, 49 seconds. Only a 4-point differential. Coppin State was up at 1 point by 15. Darks to Davis. Davis to Bernie Robinson. Back out to Darks, to Davis. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Otara. Shields through up a three. Bounces around, no good. Can't get there. On the rebound, Morrison tries, can't get there. And now Graham pulls it down. Chance Graham with the rebound. And Lucas is running. Got the numbers against her, though. Here's Smith. Out front, she almost travels. Gets it to Lucas. Lucas patiently, ball slapped away. Otara is guarding her. Underneath, Alexis. Well, let's see. Alexis Taylor lost it out of bounds. Pass was a little too hot to be handled on that one. That brings Erdockel back in the game.
I agree. However, that's a great look.
Davis goes out for the Rattlers. Down to 2 minutes, 55 seconds, and a 4-point lead, Coppin State. Once again, they get into the hands of their leading scorer. Here she goes, back underneath, no good. Bernie Robinson put it up, no good. We're going to get a foul. Otara drove for the line, missed the shot, and Bernie Robinson missed on the follow-up, but she's going to go to the line, and she'll shoot two. That foul was on Alexis Taylor for Coppin State.
I thought it was a clean defensive play.
78% free throw shooter on the year.
First shot,
first point. If I'd have told you, not only would she not start, her first point would be a free throw with 2:44 to go. Would you believe me?
Probably not. Now, she's fouled out of 3 games of the season for them. She's a pretty aggressive player. Hits the second. Now we're down to a 2-point lead. 2:37. Inside to Beverly. Beverly to Taylor, and it's tied up. I think the possession arrow is going to go back to Coppin State.
18 to shoot.
Lucas will inbound it. Graham, Beverly, it's at the top of the key. Back out to Beverly. That's almost taken away. Lucas looking for Graham, finds her. Smith passes up a three, now takes a little bit shot selection better and gets it. That's a good two, Todd. 59-55. Now we're at 2:14 left.
Yeah, Dan, that settling dribble coming to her left, got her feet set, shoulder square, and knocked it down.
King is getting ready to check back into the game for the Rattlers. And she can shoot the three. We know that. Erdockel out front. Gets it over to Darks. To Morrison at the top of the key. Otari's like begging for that ball underneath. They don't see her. Quickly, 4 seconds on the shot clock. Darks has it. She has to shoot. In the air. Bounces around, no good. But the Rattlers get the rebound, and there's a foul. Another foul. I think this is going on Taylor. Yes, sir. Alexis Taylor. And that is her 5th foul. And she has to sit down.
You're having a great night tonight. The 9 points. Last time we checked on Lex, had those 8 boards. I would argue she has at least 9, maybe even 10. So she'll check out with 1:43 to go.
Good game from Alexis. Washington, D.C. native. Went to a Tacoma Academy. Wants to own her own business one day, Todd. First shot in the air.
I know a former CEO that may be able to give her some great advice.
Be glad to help her. 59-55. Shot on the way is good by Morrison. And I believe we're going to get a timeout here. The Rattlers are going to call timeout with 1:43. The score, Coppin State 59, Florida A&M 56, and this is the Coppin State Sports Network.
Well, look at Mr. Push-Ups. What are we getting in shape for?
Selective service. 20.
Come again?
Selective service. You know, it's the law. We have to register when we turn 18.
Dude, no push-ups. You only need your mobile phone. You just have to register. There's no fitness.
Really?
No. You're not joining the military. It's just a database. So, video games have trained your fingers enough. Just go to sss.gov and get registered. That easy? sss.gov.
Court set at the PEC, 1:43 to go. Coppin clinging to a 59-56 lead over Florida A&M. Here's Dan Mason.
Ball inbound to Smith. Pressure applied by the Rattlers. Mia Crooms gets it over the timeline. Got to be careful here. Back out front. Smith has it. She'll reset. 17 on the shot clock. 1:27 left in the game. Need this bucket here. Smith drives the lane. Up, off, no good. Radler's clear. 1:17. And Owatara has the ball. She's going to want to take the shot, which she does. She was off balance and missed it. Not a good shot there by Florence. Going the other way now. We're at 1 minute. Exactly. Lucas underneath. Beverly's by herself. She's got the numbers, and she's fouled. Great job by getting open that way. The foul's on Royal. That's her first of the night.
Now here's what Florida A&M's going to do the rest of the way, in my humble opinion. They're going to go either 2 or 3 for 1 with the foul situation because they have 2 team fouls. So you keep fouling Coppin State to get them to the line.
Candace Beverly hits the first of 2. She has 9 points tonight.
The key is you got to get a make on the other end.
Second shot on the way. Got this one too. That increases the lead to 5 with 58 seconds left. Now there's controversy here as Coach Burrows is contesting that timeout.
We can keep it here, Dan, on the floor with the timeout that Florida A&M just took because I believe they wanted to take that timeout to advance the ball to the forecourt. However, I believe the ball had already been inbounded, which is what Coach Burrows had said. It was already in play, and they may be coming to the monitor to double-check. Because you can see the shot clock came down to 29, so obviously it was inbounded.
Well, let's see how they call this. 58 seconds on the clock. 5-point lead for Coppin State.
Now, all of that, and the ball's going to be inbounded from our left.
Royal will inbound to Otara. They got to get the ball in Otara's hands. They have it there now. King, long shot out of the corner. 3-ball goes air ball. 3-ball was an air ball. Lucas is double teamed, but she managed to get it to Beverly and back to Lucas. Now she's triple teamed, and there's got to be a foul here. Got to be a foul, and there is. This foul's going to be on Royal.
Now again, there's that 3 for 1 or 3 for 2 we just talked about a moment ago.
42 seconds left. Ball inbounded to Crooms. Played tight by the Rattlers defense. And a foul. That's on her Dockel. A little bit of overguarding that time. Davis back in the game. Her Dockel goes out. Genesis will inbound.
That's an interesting substitution because Erdockel's got 2 threes in this game. Davis does not have a 3.
Oh, somebody could. See what the foul is here?
Yeah, Mia Kroom set an illegal screen.
Oh, Coach Burrows is angry about that. Not the kind of thing you want to do at this stage of the game. Now there's another timeout on the floor. 61-56, only 36.4 seconds left. This is a full timeout.
So we'll take it with them. So the score, 61-56, Coppin State leading Florida A&M. We're back in 30 seconds on the Coppin State Sports Network.
We're your pets, and this song's dedicated to those people who don't have health insurance yet. Enroll, we say, we want you to be okay. Enroll, we say, take care, people, for goodness sake.
Health insurance is now affordable. It covers prescriptions, hospitalizations, and preventive care. Visit getcoveredamerica.org to learn more.
And take care, people.
Brought to you by Get Covered America and the Ad Council.
Well, it's a Monday here in the MEAC, and it also means boneless wings are just 65 cents every Monday and Thursday all day at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Coppin State 61, Florida A&M 56. Dan Mason here with Todd Bartley. You can take a look on the screen at the Coppin State bench. Coach Burrows was doing some hard line coaching during that timeout. Rattlers breaking away from their bench now. And they'll inbound. Get it into Davis. 34 seconds. King pass the ball. It goes out of bounds off King's hands. That's a costly turnover.
Timeout, Coppin State. And Dan, we'll keep it right here. This is a must-foul situation.
They're fouling probably the wrong team, too, because there's where the big advantage comes in. They hit these free throws. They do have to stop that clock, though.
Interesting you mentioned that at the outset. Use the free throw advantage to Coppin State's advantage. And now coming down the stretch with 31.2 to go, FAMU down to one timeout remaining. How do you salt away a 5-point lead? You hit your free throws down the stretch.
And I think they can. They've got the, I haven't seen the latest stat. It should be coming down, but they've gained a lot of points on the free throw line tonight. And that will probably be the difference in the game.
Watch the inbounder as Yurtical made it to the table, but not in time.
Ball comes in to Crooms. Crooms slapped away. The ball was slapped away by Morrison, slapped out of bounds. Goes back to Coppin State.
Well, now you're going to go from the sideline to the baseline, so it's a different angle now. Here comes Yurtical back in and replacing Dawn King. That'll be a brief substitution.
Got to stop that clock, though. Beverly immediately fouled by Royal. That took a split second.
There's the two free throws. For a moment, the official closest to us, they went to the baseline. Yeah, they corrected the foul, and it was on Royal, her third.
But that puts Coppin State in the bonus on the line with 5 team fouls on Florida A&M.
Yeah, Otar said, that wasn't me.
Don't take me out of the game, Coach. Now, Coach Burrow's right in front of us conversing with Lucas and Smith. First shot by Candace is missed.
Well, she's got to hit this one to force Florida A&M into a 3-point attempt to make it a full 2-possession lead.
Second shot by Beverly on the way. It's good. 62-56. And yet another timeout. This time, LaDawn Gibson calls a timeout for the Rattlers.
We'll keep it here on their final timeout, trailing by 6, 62-56. So, you want me to play the coach's clipboard again?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, so here's what I would say that Coach Burrows is going to deploy. You want to match up man for man, put token pressure on that basketball. You're at 14 fouls, so you obviously don't want to commit a foul to put them on the line with time stopped, less than 30 seconds to go. So a bit of token pressure, and then just play straight-up man-to-man defense.
Well, going the other way, when they eventually will foul again, the person on the stat line that you would foul would be Crooms because she's 58%. The rest of the team, 85%, 84%, 80%. So you got a lot of good shooters there. Ball's coming in. Royal has it to Davis. Davis looking for, that's taken away. Taken away by Beverly. Going the other way now, got to be patient. Only 16 seconds left. Ball's out front. 11, down to 11. Nobody yet fouled. They got a foul, but they haven't done it. 6 seconds, still no foul, and they do not foul as the clock winds down 1-0. And that is a Coppin State win tonight. Coppin State 62, Florida A&M 56. We're standing by here for Coach Burrows to do his post-game show with Todd Bartley. That's coming up.
So, Dan, Genesis Lucas had a wonderful game tonight for Coppin State. All kind of numbers falling for her, but a new career high of the 9 rebounds, and that was critical coming down the stretch for Coppin State to secure the victory here at home to move to now 2-1 in the MEAC.
Well-played game today. Well played.
Coach Burrows set to join us here momentarily as we appreciate our courtside conversations. And Genesis Lucas will also join us here in a mere moment. And, Coach, we talk about this all the time in closing out as you come down the stretch. And your team did that with the 62-56 lead after the Beverly free throw split to make it a full 2-possession lead. You did a great job to play a little keep away and got the turnover.
We did a great job in the fourth quarter. We fell asleep in the third quarter for a little bit, and then we finally picked it up again in the fourth quarter. And I tell the kids all the time, defense is where we're going to have to win basketball games. I just think they did a fantastic job on the defensive end in the fourth quarter tonight.
Especially, Coach, it was on Otara. I mean, you did a really good job on that was their leading scorer.
Right. Well, like we came into the game knowing that we needed to shut her down some kind of way, shut one of their big-time scorers down. And fortunately, we were able to do that tonight and get away with a victory.
If I were to tell you that Bernie Robinson would have been held to 2 free throws that came in the fourth quarter, would you have drawn that up as a win here at home?
Yes, I would. And I tell the kids all the time, we need to take care of home and, go win half the games on the road, and that'll put us at the top of the conference. And first 2 home games this year, we took care of them. And so I'm looking forward to getting on the road now.
Now, the young lady we're going to talk to here in just a moment is Genesis Lucas. The accolades just keep coming. 400 career assists after a couple tonight. 9 rebounds tonight. It's a career high. 24 more points unofficially. The 3-ball is going for her as well. She needed 3 coming into tonight to get the 3rd all-time in 3-point field goals made here at Coppin State. How special is Jen Lucas?
She's just playing extremely well right now. Good kid. She do everything we ask her to do. She plays hard. She tweaked her ankle the other night. So we had to sit out of practice yesterday and out of shoot around this morning, and she wanted to get in shoot around, so we fought about that a little bit. But she understands it. She understands her role, and she does a great job of leading the team.
Certainly appreciate the time. Safe travels on the road to North Carolina Central and A&T Saturday and Monday.
All right, thank you, guys.
There it is, head coach Dwayne Burrows, and with that, we'll greet Genesis Lucas. And Dan Mason, in all your time at CBS Radio, you see the person that really doesn't want that limelight, even though they are the star of the game most of the time. And we welcome in Genesis Lucas.
I got a question for Genesis. Do you ever get tired?
No.
Play the entire 40 minutes today.
I'm used to it now. At first, I used to get tired.
And you average 38.5 minutes a game.
Yeah.
Tonight, 40. And then Candace Beverly, 39.
It's something that we got used to. Like, we have no choice but to get used to it. So it's easy now.
What did the 9 boards in this game mean for you, as Coach Burrows mentioned, the defensive end that you had to play?
Well, I honestly didn't even know I had 9 rebounds until now. But, I mean, before the game, during the game, in the locker room, halftime, all that, he was stressing rebounding, winning the rebounding war. So I just went out there and did what he had.
So 100-plus career threes in your Coppin career. You've got over 1,100 career points. And tonight, you drop more than career dime number 400. Are you aware of any kind of these numbers and what your game means to your team?
I was not aware of these numbers, but I do know that I'm an important piece of this team. They go as I go, but I like to get them involved as well.
So after 3 games in conference, you're now 2-1, heading to North Carolina Central and North Carolina A&T. Expectations for the road trip?
Let's come back with 2 wins. I mean, we got to go out there, we got to play hard. Neither one of those places are easy gyms. Like, their crowd be involved, the fans, they talking to you. So, I mean, it's going to be tough. But if we play like we played these last 2 games, I think we'll be good.
Really interesting to look at the final stats tonight. Both teams had 19 field goals. Both teams had 8 3-pointers. But the 6-point difference came at the free throw line. How do you stress that? How much do you stress free throw shooting at practice?
Every day we shooting free throws multiple times a day. He's stressing free throws, whether it's we do 1-and-1 and we running if we miss it, or push-ups or something. It's always something if we miss it. So, I mean, we just got to the point where we're comfortable with shooting free throws now.
Well, it certainly paid off tonight. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Genesis, as always, thanks for the time, and good luck on the road.
Thank you.
There it is, Genesis Lucas, and we're back with our post-game show here on the Coppin State Sports Network in 2 minutes.
Mouth. So dry. What'd you eat for lunch? Chalk dust? Did your face... Is it because your mouth just wrote a haiku and all 17 syllables were dry heaves? Do you even listen to your mouth? Because right now your mouth thinks its biological parents are a half sheet of 80 grit sandpaper and a box of fish food. You're so parched. You know it. I know it. The entire radio knows it. Just admit it. You want a Mountain Dew. Your mouth feels like it just inhaled the insides of a punching bag, and the only remedy is that neon green potion. Right now, your mouth could be tongue-bathing in the refreshing citrus kick of Mountain Dew. Instead, it feels like you've been motorboating King Tut's sarcophagus. What was that? Is that your parched mouth crying for help, or a porcupine making whoopee with a cardboard box? Wrong. It's your mouth. Show some mercy. Crack open an ice-cold Mountain Dew. You know your mouth wants you to. Do the dew.
Half of all football teams lose every Sunday, which means 50% of fans lose too. But Buffalo Wild Wings offers them a chance at redemption. Just swivel that losing face 12 degrees, and there's more football with a fresh 50% chance of winning. Now it's your turn to laugh at someone else's losing face, unless it's you again. Then just try another 12 degrees. Tons of football and tons of TVs. We do it for you. Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
Coppin State University means something different to everyone. Jason is a recent high school grad, attending Coppin full-time, getting his 4-year degree, preparing for a lucrative career. Kimberly took time off to start a family and now attends Coppin part-time and enjoys the affordability and supportive environment. Kazim wants to change careers and finds that Coppin provides the flexibility he needs to keep working while getting that second degree. Coppin State University, something different to everyone, something special for you.
Back courtside at the PEC after Coppin State has defeated Florida A&M 62-56. Todd Bartley, joined by Dan Mason. And this double-figure thing for the starters, it's kind of getting to be old hat, isn't it?
Well, the thing that interests me the most is these two teams were pretty dead even in three-pointers and field goals. But once again, the 10-point differential paid off tonight, which is exactly what we called in the pregame today.
So for A&M, they will fall to 3-13 on the year, 1-2 in MEAC play off their bench. It was Darks with a 2, and it was Bernie Robinson held to 2, Davis with 4, and then for the starters, it is Morrison with 6, Yurtico with 6 on 2 threes, Otara with 10, Royal with 10, and Dawn King with a team high of 16. For Coppin State now 3-12 on the year, 2-1 in the MEAC, now going on the road, North Carolina Central, North Carolina A&T. Next up for Florida A&M, by the way, Bethune-Cookman and Delaware State. Off the bench, Albert and Kroom saw time didn't tally. It was all in the hands of the starters. Grant finishes with 3. Alexis Taylor has a new career high of 9. Candace Beverly with 11, not to mention Taylor's 9 boards as well, a new career high for her. Mariah Smith matches her career high with 15. And it is Genesis Lucas with a game high of 24 points, 9 rebounds. She goes over 400 career assists, goes over 107 three-point field goals to make her 3rd all-time now on the list, and now 8th all-time on the scoring list. Needed 10 for 8th all-time. Well, she's closing in on 7th with 24 tonight.
Well, she plays the whole game at 40 minutes, too. Who does that in college basketball anymore?
She's top 10 in the nation in minutes played, and you see why when she puts up those 40s consistently.
I think Otara being on the bench really made it did impact the game a lot. I mean, she set for probably a quarter and a half tonight and got in early foul trouble, had to come out. You know, she's the leading scorer for the Rattlers, and that had to hurt, too, tonight for the Rattlers.
You know, those back-to-back wins in conference, they don't come easy. And at home, you get the job done. Now going on the road to North Carolina Central and North Carolina A&T.
Well, we've always said about the MEAC, and we've heard it said to us, anybody beats anybody on any night in the MEAC because the teams are so evenly matched. So I like what I see so far. There's good improvement. Better, you know, they way too many turnovers tonight. But outside of that, you know, I thought the game was well played and well coached by Coach Burrows.
Next home game is Saturday the 20th against Morgan State. The battle for Baltimore comes to the PEC on the 20th.
And we'll be here, too. We'll be here with bells on. Be ready to go.
Safe travels, my friend.
Thank you, Todd.
That is Dan Mason for our in-studio engineer and Coppin State Sports Network control. Brian Williams, Todd Bartley, final score, final time in a women's game. It is Coppin State defeating Florida A&M 62-56. Stay tuned. Game 2 of our doubleheader between these same two teams comes your way next after the sounds of the game on the Coppin State Sports Network.
Gets it over to Beverly in the corner. Underneath to Alexis Taylor. Pushes it up off the glass. That's good. Some contact in there too, Todd.
Good to see Alexis getting